if you've attended one Transy game this year, it's not been for the faint of heart. You've been down 14 to force overtime, 17 win at the buzzer, up 15 lose at the buzzer. I mean, it's been craziness, and we had another good one against Mount St. Joe.
For the third consecutive time, we were playing the #1 team in the conference at the Beck Center.
Yeah.
Never happened in Lexington before.
How about that tidbit?
In the history of the college game.
That's pretty good. And the past.
Don't check my facts because I just made that up.
You sound like another guy down the street.
I mean, think about it. I mean, they're always in first, so there's no chance that it happened down
That's a good
down
point.
there.
That's a good point.
And it hadn't happened since I've been there, and we weren't in a conference before that. Spencer McKinney comes off the bench and really gives us a boost. We'd started Bo Shoe. He came off of a solid game up, and this is good hustle right here.
Yeah,
We're diving for the ball. We get a little left-handed pass, and then a three by Gabe Schmidt. Those guys have been putting in the extra time in the gym. The confidence comes from getting in the gym by yourself and working on the shooting and seeing the ball go through the basket.
Another guy who was huge.
2-4.
Huge is 2-4, Robert Dents. McKinney hits the basket, and then all of a sudden, lo and behold, what do we see from Dents and some of the other guys? We see offense. McKinney, maybe his best first half he's had in a couple of weeks.
The rest of that story, he ran the wrong play, and then it came off the double screen, and it was perfect. That was a really, really good play there. We've got some misdirections there. People know that Gabe's coming off of flares. The spin on that pass, it went out and then spun back into him. Bo he always loves to fake the handoff in the restricted.
Oh, it's going up. If Bo gets it, it's going up. But there was a lot of English on that pass. Alex is, with such a good scorer as he is, as you see there, he seems to have eyes, 3 or 4 sets of them. But Robert Dents hitting the mid-range jumper, and he was huge. You saw the rebound that he got getting the foul. Then he's going to follow it up with another basket, a perfect 5 of 5 from the floor. And if he doesn't do that, who knows what happens?
As he was walking towards the elevator and then bypassed the elevator to go out the door after pregame, I said, be ready to go because we go as you go. And he said, I'll be ready. And man, was he.
And on cue again.
Yeah, offensive rebound. We challenged, had a Hall of Fame coach tell me the other day, you got to find 2 points from each one of your guys, and Rob found more than 2 for him.
And Toby's probably asking, like, where's this coming from? At the half, Mount St. Joe hit a basket right before the half, went up 29-27. Then in the second half, you open up a lead, and it gets to double digits. And Gabe Schmidt, I know you recruited him, but when he came in, I was thinking, well, this guy, what kind of a player is he? He has blossomed as a shooter.
He really has, and when we have both of the freshman guards, Spencer and Gabe, they made all 6 of our threes in this particular game. But when Cooper is finding those guys, when Jones is finding them, it really helps. Kyle Gullett struggled offensively a little bit, but I tell you what, he continued to just be a defensive presence inside and a force to be reckoned with.
And we'll see his stats after the game because you're exactly right. He only had 5 points, but what he did in other facets was spectacular. There was a moment. Alex Jones went crazy, and I don't know. He has spurt ability, to quote Clark Kellogg.
Absolutely, with a capital S. What happened was Cooper came out of the game. We subbed in Isaiah Pollard, and what happened during that stretch, I believe Alex scored the next eight points. Spencer is a guy that has the size where we can post him up inside, or if there's a mismatch, take it out. But good screening. Our movement was much better. Our screening was much better. We're changing our angles on our screens. We're going to the offensive glass. And if you can free up that guy right there, number 5, who I believe has scored a few points in his career, this is a big 3.
Yeah, that was a huge 3 from Spencer. But you mentioned, and I mentioned to you, Jordan Henry, former Bryan Station defender. That's the gratuitous MSJ3 we saw earlier,
right.
Throws it away. But Alex, he has more steals, more assists for a score.
He might have gotten away with the little bump there on that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, it was close, but
you got up by double digits, and as is customary, you either get up by 15 or down 15, and there's a rally.
Right.
And MSJ was down 11 points, and they quickly, after you guys went on like a 10-2 run, they go on a big run also. Big bucket here. You hit a basket from Cooper, and I think one's coming up from Kyle, that quelled the rally for MSJ.
We needed that one back.
And they put the chaser on Alex. And that point I was thinking, okay, now who's going to step up offensively? And here is the Kyle Gullett basket that kind of stopped that momentum a little bit.
It was. And, I know at this point he was frustrated. He's probably 1 for 11, 1 for 10 right in there. But we, he gives us more than just the offense. And we're trying to continue to spread things out for Cooper, but you see Robert in there with his hands up, and we helped too much in that particular play. We didn't need the help because the guy was going to struggle. This is a missed shot, an offensive rebound, and then I'm telling the referee that's a good play. We miss a layup and get a 3.
Yeah, we'll trade the 3 for 2
every time.
The Cropper kid, he got hot just like Alex did. Cropper was 5 of 12 from the floor. Here's a 3 where he gets fouled. Did not connect on the 4-point play, which was huge. But his 5 baskets, they all happened pretty much within about a 4-minute span.
And we've got to be able to find those guys when they get hot. Robert has just evolved and gotten better and better as the season progresses. He got some confidence going early, and to go 5 for 5. He walks out of the locker room after the game, and those that were in attendance gave him a standing ovation.
You're landing a plane. I realize.
That was a great call. I mean, I don't agree. At the time, I didn't agree with it. But what happened, I mean, he took it right in the sternum. It was a great call. The kid, because he got hit so hard, he turned sideways. But Cooper, with a great defensive possession there, get a timeout. I learned my lesson from the other game that we had where we were able to set our defense, and then once we set our defense, that was a strong rebound right there, and pull out just a gutty game, just a gritty performance. We needed that one, really not for the standings so much as just winning a close one and beating the #1 team in the conference for the second time, get one more in the win column, and then continue to get the confidence going towards the tail end of this season.
Last 4 games decided by 9 points.
Total.
And star of the game in many ways, Robert Dents. Cue him up. After the stats, of course.
Of course.
But Dents, 10 points, 7 rebounds. Those have got to be possibly season highs. Kyle Gullett mentioned only 5 points, 8 rebounds. He had 2 assists. He had 3 blocks in there. Alex, he went in his spurt mode. But Robert Dents, for my money, star of the game.
Another close one, but your play was vital. How confident were you throughout this game?
I was pretty confident. Last game I played against him, I shot 5 for 5, and I think I actually did the same tonight. But it's just a big game, so we all realized we had to come to play, and I think I took that to heart too. I felt comfortable. They were leaving me open, so I just got going and kept shooting it. I need to get it up more, but we'll see what happens.
You don't look to shoot enough. Is that a fair statement?
I'll agree with you on that one, yeah. I'm a good passer, though. I'm like Steve Nash, so.
Well, not only is he a scoring machine all of a sudden, he passes like the great Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
Yeah, out of Santa Clara.
I never would have thought that. We shot free throws like Steve Nash.
Well, like Nash Steve, maybe it was backwards. 4 for 13. A team that has shot free throws so well all year really hurt yourself in that game. Thankfully for you guys, you win. The rebounding certainly in your favor. The assists, I swear, every time that Transy wins, you look at the number of assists. The higher they are, the better that the Pioneers play, and that ended a 3-game losing skid for Transy. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the individual players here on Transy Basketball.